The vaccine itself will not give you the flu. So the vaccine is made up of dead virus. And the way the vaccine works is they being the CDC, World Health Organization, in our case, Health Canada, they determine the 3 strongest strains of the flu for each season. And based on those strains, they use dead viruses for those 3 to create the vaccine that is used for that flu season. The vaccine that's put in your body is dead. The way it works is that your body recognizes this foreign thing that's been injected into it, and then it starts to develop antibodies for it. The people who do get the flu, around about the time that they get the virus, would have been getting the flu anyway. Getting the vaccine does not prevent you from getting the flu at all the whole season. What it does do is it reduces the impact and the effects of getting the flu. So when you look at 2 people, one who gets the vaccine and one who does not, you may find that for the person who doesn't get the vaccine, when they get the flu, they're likely to be sick for longer and more sick. So they're likely to get the temperature, be in bed for longer, have the effects of the sweats and the congestion and all of that will last a little bit longer for a person who doesn't have the vaccine because their body starts to fight it as soon as they get that virus. The person who's been vaccinated, their body will respond a lot quicker to the virus because the hope and the expectation is that the flu that they get, they already have antibodies from. So their body responds quicker, they're sick for less. The flu that they get is less intense. There's different strains of flu every single year. So yes, you may have immunity for last year's strain. And yes, one of the strains that is going around this year may be the same as the one last year, but there's also a very strong chance that the other 2 strains are strains you have not come into contact with at all before. And that will be what makes you sick. There are people who will not get the shot, and that's fine. But previous experiences with the flu do not guarantee that you're going to encounter the same strain, which is why we do have a seasonal and yearly vaccine because the strains are changing all the time. When a person comes in to get the flu shot, we do ask them some of their allergy history or some of the medical history. A person with egg allergies but who can eat bread or cookies or cake, they can get the vaccine because the amount of egg that's in bread and cookies and eggs is way more than what's in the vaccine. The vaccine is just incubated within eggs, so it comes into contact with eggs, if you like, but the amount isn't that much. Having said that, though, there are some people who a small amount of egg does cause a bad reaction for them, in which case there is vaccine that they can be given, which takes that into account. We here at Ryerson suggest that they do that through the medical center because it's given together with antihistamines and that kind of stuff, and the doctor would be administering it for them. I would say think about the people you come into contact with. So you may not fall into that at-risk group because you're young and healthy, but if you have a grandma, a grandpa, or if you have a baby sister, little cousin, little babies that you play with, think about when you're on the bus and you encounter all those people. Depending on the program that you're in at Ryerson, if you do have interactions with the elderly or the very young, you are putting them at risk of getting your flu. So you can get the flu and fight it off well and not suffer for it. But if they catch your flu, you're putting them at risk. You may not want to get it for yourself, but think about the people you interact with and whether or not you're getting the vaccine may or may not impact them.